If you want to know what's going to happen in the fifth season of The Boys, you've got to look at the political symbolism. I mean, it's clear that Trump is Homelander, and Sarah Palin is Starlight, and Marjorie Taylor Greene is Firecracker. But there's a lot more to it than that. The characters all represent various politicians and political operatives from that period. And as a matter of fact, the story itself is actually a political allegory, covering events from late 2007 to mid-2017, which is where the fourth season comes to an end. So in the fifth season, we should be seeing Homelander defeated, and then coming back to win again, and he should be victorious at the end of the story, since Trump is President of the United States right now. Of course, this means that Soldier Boy is actually Joe Biden, but there's quite a bit of evidence for this. Why do they show Soldier Boy singing the Blondie song Rapture? It was inspired by the Blondie-Biden duet that had been posted on YouTube back in 2016.
Biden and Blondie as they form a supergroup to promote world peace.
I remember walking into the Senate gym, between the shower and the stalls, there were scores of naked men.
We also see Biden's difficulties with the Catholic Church due to his stance on abortion rights. References to his anti-drug legislation.
Still can't believe this shit is legal. I locked up so many assholes for it back in the day.
There's the fact that Soldier Boy is basically a knockoff of Captain America, which works in this context because Captain America already was Joe Biden.
Maybe I'll try some of that life Tony was telling me to get.
How'd that work out for you?
It was beautiful.
This parallel is underscored by the fact that both Soldier Boy and Captain America have their shields broken, but more especially so because they both have their shields broken by the same person. Mitt Romney is both Thanos and Butcher, and his identity as Butcher was probably somewhat bolstered by his well-known love of chopped and processed meats. Mitt was Thanos in Avengers Endgame because the Thanos snap was a convenient metaphor for a minor scandal during Romney's 2012 presidential campaign. Video was leaked of Romney telling his donors that he was not concerned with the 47% of Americans who didn't pay any income taxes, and he was really only going after the votes of the more wealthy and affluent. This dismissal of half the American population wound up being represented as the Thanos snap. Further confirmation of Soldier Boy's identity as Joe Biden can be found in his cameo appearance in Generation V, where they graphically illustrate the cerebral aneurysm that nearly killed Biden back in 1988.
See that? That wasn't lightning. As a burst blood vessel. Kate's head is unraveling in real time. She becomes a vegetable, so do you. All right, listen to me. You really want to live, then the single most important thing I can tell you is...
As for Hughie, Hughie represents Senator John McCain, who died of brain cancer in late 2018. So we can't really expect him to survive this thing or have a happy ending.